Naeem Young walks up to him and keeps talking to him all the time. On the other hand, on the CIU end, when Naeem Young is right now into that position now, so he's talking to him. So that's a good move there by Devon Thomas. And I like the leadership that Naeem Young has demonstrated in this championship so far. He's been passing messages on to Devon Thomas about field placings, about settings. Pittman comes in now to bowl to Kofi James, cramps him for room. Coming around there is Naeem Young, but he's going to pass him for 4. They have to get the angles sorted out, Terry. Right? Devon Thomas should be right there.
Is saying that now,
yeah, but he's still pulling away to go back to the left. Here was a punch off of the back foot. That really supposed to be going to Devon Thomas in that position.
Yeah, most definitely. He split the gap, but the gap was left there open for him to split. So not terribly good field placing there by Devon Thomas. But James will be happy that he has at last got one away. Moves to 12, and at least he was moving more towards the ball.
50 up for the defending champions, PIC Insurance Liberta Blackhawks, 51 for 1. Pittman in out the bowl to James. That's the more correct position. If he's going to bowl a back of the length delivery, then Thomas needs to give himself some room, because what actually happens is that Kofi James goes hard at the ball. So in going hard at the ball, you can give yourself some room rather than trying to get too close. 51 for 1. Just want to be able to salute the sponsors who have made this tournament really possible so far. Global Bank of Commerce, Antigua and Barbuda Festivals Commission. Pittman in out the bowl to James. James is crapping that one. Somebody could be in trouble. They got to get back into their crease. Good comeback delivery when he bowls back of the length. You realize they can't score because he's got so much pace.
Yeah, very true, Vernon. But just looking at James tonight, he's prepared to just sit deep in the crease and just swing at anything that's in his arc. But
that's all the time,
realize that. Yeah, but I mean tonight it's not coming off as it has in previous matches so far. But of course, the longer he spends there, the more dangerous he can be.
Pittman comes in out to bowl to James. James driving up. This is a much better delivery there.
That's the spot you want.
That's the length that you got to be bowling, especially to James, because you can't give him anything where he can be able to get to hook and to use his bottom hand into the whole play. But Kofi James now has to be able to rotate the strike. You're batting with Kareem Agor, who's hitting the ball nicely. So just drop the ball in the offside and get a single. Get off strike.
As Gore was doing for him.
That's what he has to do. 51 for 1. Pittman comes in now to bowl to James. Levy clips this one away down to the fielder. He'll get a comfortable single in the end. Crowd is turned out in their numbers here. The sponsors who have made this tournament so far successful: Global Bank of Commerce, Antigua and Barbuda Festivals Commission, Cricket West Indies, Tropical Shipping, Hadid Motors, APO INET, Antigua and Barbuda Port Authority, St. John's Development Corporation, Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority, Signs and Impressions, ABCA Loaded, Kennedy's Club Limited, Supreme Security, and Pineapple Beach Club. Here goes Pittman in now to bowl to Kofi James, but to Go, who just whips it into the leg side. It's got a lovely bat there. The ball is coming off his bat nicely. 7 overs bowl, and the score goes up to 54 for 1, Terry.
Yeah, pinging off Go's bat. He needs as you say, Vernon, the rotation of strike. So keep on top of this Bethesda outfit. They'd be very aware that James is not showing the good nick that he's been in throughout the tournament. They would feel they have a chance at his end, but they still need to put in the balls in the right areas. Pittman did a lot better towards the back end of that last over, and that is a good sign for Bethesda, but they need to keep taking wickets so they can restrict these Liberta Blackhawks. But the music pumping under the floodlights here at Coolidge Cricket Ground for this T20 Cool and Smooth Explosion for 2022, the final.
Here comes Naeem Young. He's going to move in now. Start, stop. Don't know if Mali found the goat water.
Or the goat.
Still looking for the goat water.
I could have run Africa. Boy, I would have would have got here quicker, I think.
Naim Young, to both to James cramps him up and he's squaring up Terry. I just want to go through a little technical. Yeah, I think that James just needs to just stay a little bit more side on to the ball and as you rightly said, is more or less restricting him and hampering him.
Restricting his scoring capabilities, that's for sure. As somebody's in front of the sight screen.
I think they're asking the cameraman to James.
Well, the cameraman
James is asking the cameraman.
Better.
Well, I think he's okay. I don't think he's really much of a body. He's a little bit wide, but you never know. Young comes in out to bowl to James. James
Ball him. Beautiful ball.
Played right around the ball.
Because he didn't move again. He tried to flick that from off stump line through mid wicket without moving his feet. That was on the cards. That is very intelligent bowling by Naim Young. Well bowled, Naim Young. Liberta Blackhawks lose their second wicket and a game on. They've got rid of the two openers cheaply. There's only 54 on the board. We're into the 8th over. Bethesda, they know what they have to do. They just keep needing to chip away at this Liberta Blackhawks batting lineup. But that was an excellent delivery, Vernon, because at the end of the day, Coffee James did not move his feet to one delivery that he faced for some reason tonight. He had been in tremendous form, but it looked like he lost that form a little, and that was simply because he was not moving towards the ball. So, well bowled Naim Young. He's got the figures of 1 for 3 off 1.2 overs. Gore is still there, and he's the main man. He's 30 not out, and he's being joined by Terence Ward, the Leeward Islands player. Yeah, and Terence Ward, of course, was man of the match in the semi-final with an unbeaten 70.
Yeah, and we have
the rains have come back.
We have a drizzle rain coming down. Groundsman really not making much of an effort to move in it, so maybe he's just brushing over. Terry, batting becomes hard sometimes, and it is easy if you just put yourself into the right position and just keep your composure. It's very, very, very important that they use the art of batsmanship. The rain is coming down, and we have a break.
The covers are coming on.
Bernard looks like it's holding up. Let's see what's going to be happening. No, so we have a rain delay break here. The covers are coming off. It looks like as if it's going to hold up, and if we hear it on the roof, it looks as if it's stopping now.
Yes, just a light drizzle.
A slight delay. I think this one is going over. I don't think this one will be threatening. More or less 54 for 2.
Well, there is a bit of a breeze out there.
I think which is pushing
at
it.
This stage, which is pushing it across the ground.
It's now 8:44. The weather forecast did indicate to us that we would have a sharp shower and then we would maybe have a hold up. So I think this one is maybe the one that is being pushed around right here. Umpires Leslie Reefer Jr. and Bernard Joseph running off here, and they would have maybe called it right. The groundsmen have done an excellent job so far, and every time I come to Coolidge, I can't help but commend the staff here at Coolidge. They have really done an excellent job. Spectators scurrying for cover.
Always very well organized, Vernon. They get those covers on very quickly, and then any possibility of play restarting, they're quick off the mark once again to get the covers off, make sure that there's no water lying on the ground, and the run-ups are protected. The practice wickets are protected, as well as the whole square. So kudos to all the ground staff here at Coolidge, and also at Sir Vivian Richards for that matter.
Yeah,
they do an excellent job.
So folks, if you're wondering what's happening, we have a slight rain delay here, and where our commentary booth is positioned, we really can't see, but it's lovely that the rain has been able to hold up here tonight. This we hope will be a passing shower that will be pushing over. The spectators not moving at all. They've got their umbrellas out. They have scurried. In fact, we got one of the tarpaulins, and the Folks have even gone under the tarpaulin here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground, the home of Cricket West Indies. Just a recap, Terry, I seem to have lost my initial scorecard here.
Yes, it's gone.
It's gone off.
It's gone off.
I don't know if somebody kicked out the internet or something, but
yes,
hopefully maybe we can get that back up so we can give an idea in terms of what's happening. And
we do apologize for the technical difficulties we had tonight, but our engineers have worked and are still working on them feverishly to bring you everybody the ball by ball coverage and keep you up to the minute. But at the moment, we can tell you that the rain is coming down pretty steadily at this moment in time. So there will be a delay here. Let's hope that it clears up quickly enough that we don't lose any further time. But we can tell you that we've had 7 completed overs, and Liberta Blackhawks, after winning the toss and electing to bat, are 54 for 2.
You know what I can never understand, Terry? Almost everywhere you go in the Caribbean, the groundsmen get the most raincoats, and when rain comes,
they never wear them.
You can't find the raincoats. And I know you're going to laugh, Terry. I'm telling you, I've been around the cricket administration to know that. Trust me, you know what I mean? They get raincoats every time. They always remind you, Mr. Springer, remember we need raincoats, right? And then
what they do with them?
And then all of a sudden you wonder where the raincoats go. It just always amazes me all the time, Terry. Folks, if you're wondering what's happening, we have to be able to make sure that the coverage is coming to you or made possible by the Community Sports Network. Let me just say thanks to Mark Charles, Taddy Arundel, Mervyn Richards, Auden, Kerry White, all of the folks who've made this possible so far. The rain has stopped here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. And just to let you know, Community Sports Network, CSN, a subsidiary of the Parish League, where their studios located on High Street, live matches being viewed on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and CTV Channel 8. And also to let you know that the Cool and Smooth YouTube channel also bringing the live ball-by-ball coverage. And you can't forget also, it's also being carried live on Platinum FM 97.9, your sports station. And so the action is live and furious. You see some lovely ladies. The steps are getting pretty busy. I hope that the young ladies sliding up the steps will be very careful, because it's a little windy, you know, to get upstairs in terms of what's happening.
It is.
The police scorers, we just want to say good night to them.
And they do a fantastic job.
Well, they're undefeated right now in the Parish League.
They are undefeated. They're on fire. The police, don't worry about that. And the final round coming up tomorrow.
So police looking to really upset the whole apple.
Richardson, 35 overs.
Just to give you an idea in terms of the sponsors so far who have made this possible: Pineapple Beach Club, Supreme Security, Kennedy's Club Limited, Stonewall Reloaded, Antigua and Barbuda Cricket Association, Images Designs, Signs and Impressions, Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority, St. John's Development Corporation, Antigua and Barbuda Port Authority, Hadid Motors, APUA. We've seen maximum INET 6s here so far. Tropical Shipping, Cricket West Indies, Antigua and Barbuda Festivals Commission. Remember, National Carnival will be in Antigua and Barbuda. We also got to let you know that Culturama is also going to be featured. And you got Anguilla's Carnival coming up. We got the BVI, you got Stacia. So you got lots of carnivals coming up. You also have the Sinkits Music Festival coming up in June. Global Bank of Commerce. So you got lots of action coming. Just to give you an idea, Terry, we would have had a number of half centuries. Kofi James himself would have scored 2 half centuries, 77 for Liberta versus New Winthrops, 42 balls, 55 minutes, 4 fours, 6 sixes. 69 versus Pigots, 42 balls, 55 minutes, 9 fours and 2 sixes. Karima Gore, in fact Casey Carty, who has also scored 2 half centuries in this championship, 66 for All Saints versus Empire Nation, 51 balls, 82 minutes, 6 fours, 1 6. And then he also would have had a 65, 44 balls, 60 minutes, 4 fours, 4 sixes. Karima Gore, who has started well so far, 58 not out, 29 balls, 34 minutes, 8 fours, 3 sixes. Darren Benter, who is on show tonight in the finals, 51 not out, 36 balls, 45 minutes, 9 fours. 9 Young, who's also on show here in the final also, playing for the Caribbean Union Bank Bethesda Golden Eagles, 52, 41 balls, 44 minutes, 6 fours versus Piggott. Yuri Smith, who's been in touch, real good form, 51, 45 balls, 59 minutes. He plays for Liberta versus New Winthrop, 6 fours, 1 6. Raheem Cornwall, the big man, 58, 34 balls, 36 minutes, 2 fours. And George Muncy, before the third and fourth place game, 57, 39 balls, 49 minutes, 9 fours, and 1 6. So, all in all, if we look at the half centuries before, they have been impressive. But the bowling so far has been excellent. And when I say excellent in this tournament, only one bowler has been able to pick up 5 wickets in this championship so far.
And he's the leading wicket taker.
Yeah, is a 17-year-old from St. Martin, the West Indies under-19 all-rounder. I consider him Nathan Edwards from St. Martin, representing Empire Nation. 4 overs, no maidens, 35 runs, 5 wickets. And he reminds me, he has more pace than Krishma Santoki. But I think he's going to be around for a long time because, Krishma Santoki would have represented Empire Nation. Mm-hmm. So Justin Athenes, who participated in a T20 tournament in St. Martin, spotted young Nathan Edwards, and they drafted him. Landeveld also was spotted, a young fast bowler, also 18 years old. So I can say to you, Terry, there's a bright future in terms of cricket. To let you know also, Terry, as we're speaking, and if you're wondering what's happening, it's raining at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. Raining cats and dogs at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. We need the rain. The farmers need the rain. We also need cricket. So we're going to wait and see in terms of what's happening. The Anguilla Cricket Association, Terry,
farmers don't play cricket.
They don't?
No, well, that's my theory, because every
Terry, come on.
No, but every time you put 3 stumps in the ground, it rains.
But that's what should happen. The farmers should put more stumps, and then they'll get more rain.
In the off season.
Is there off season, Terry? We're talking about climate change, Terry. Get real. What off season you're talking about, Terry? I just wanted to, Terry, to talk to you a little bit before you disappear off
I'm not going anywhere. I was just standing up.
The Anguilla Cricket Association has started a T20 league, and so you got Kishan Charles, Tarek Onori, Rudish Ramraj, and Devran Singh. They're playing in that league also in Anguilla. So they've got a T20 league which has started in Anguilla. So lots of action happening.
Excellent.
Yeah, Terry Adams and his crew there really pulling off. The rain pouring down here.
Yes, this is not looking good, Vernon.
You see what I was talking to you about raincoats, right?
Yeah,
so somebody had to go.
There's a couple bringing them out.
No, yeah, because the lady now, that's what I was telling you. You always find around there. Somebody else is sprinting again to go and try and see if they could also get their raincoat.
But I agree with you, though. I mean, they ground staff, right? They come on, the majority of time they're called upon when it rains. So therefore then, why would you leave the boundary and pick up the cover and drag it on without your raincoat when it's raining?
Don't you see that all the time, Terry, in the Caribbean?
True.
Don't you see it all the time in the Caribbean? Trust me.
I used to laugh in Australia and England. It would be absolutely pelting down with rain the previous night, the whole morning. But people would still go and sit at the ground and wait for the rain to stop.
But it happens.
But why would you?
But the rain does stop.
Yeah.
But it's when is it going to stop?
If it doesn't drown your first.
So the umpires so far, Terry, in this championship so far, Bernard Joseph, Bertel Baltimore, Donald Shekels, Calvin Thomas, Leslie Reefer Jr., Felix Ogis, and the match referee so far, Austin Richards Sr. and Van Roy Burns. Just to let you know that the Leeward Islands Hurricanes are in Antigua and Barbuda. They're preparing for the final round of the West Indies Regional 4-day competition game. There will be a 3-day practice game starting at Liberta on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can go on out to Ball Reef in Liberta and witness the Leeward Island Hurricane as they will be able to go into an encounter for their preparation of their game coming up. So you got to be able to make sure that you witness that in terms of what's happening.
Third round of the
starts on 18th of May.
18 May.
In Trinidad and Tobago.
In Trinidad and Tobago, the last 3 rounds.
I also wanted to.
So far, we're 1-1.
Yeah, I like how you said that. We're 1-1.
1-1.
I also wanted to give you some update, Terry, and I know you would have seen that. Mm-hmm. The fixtures are being out for the Caribbean Tour.
India.
Yes, I'm just
I
going to
did
pull that
see
up.
that.
Yeah, just going to pull that up for the folks so that they can be able to get a feel in terms of what's happening, because we're going to be packed with.
That's Trinidad St. Kitts in America.
Yeah, we're going to be packed with a number of games. So just to let you know, the West Indies tour, the India tour of the West Indies 2022 schedule is out. They'll be playing 3 ODIs. All 3 ODIs will be played at the Queen's Park Oval in Trinidad and Tobago. The first ODI on the 22nd of July, second ODI on the 24th of July, third ODI on the 27th of July. Then there will be 5 T20 internationals. First T20 will be at the Brian Charles Brown Lara Stadium in Trinidad and Tobago. The second and third T20 will be at the Warner Park Cricket Stadium on the 1st of August and the 2nd of August. That is Emancipation Day in Queen City, Nevis, because they'll be having Culturama. So I think that's a good move to have those 2 games during Culturama set up in St. Kitts and Nevis.
It's also Carnival weekend here too, I think.
So it is Carnival weekend in Antigua and Barbuda.
People will be on holidays. They could
And then
take the trip over.
We can also now head to the United States of America, Fort Lauderdale, on the 6th and 7th of August, where we'll have the 4th T20 and the 5th T20.
Right.
So, exciting times here. Let me just repeat the tour. India will be touring the West Indies. They'll play 3 ODIs, 5 T20s in the Caribbean. The first 3 ODIs will be played at the Queen's Park Oval in Trinidad and Tobago, the 22nd of July, 24th of July, 27th of July. Then they will host also the first T20, which will be played at the Brian Charles Lara Stadium in Trinidad and Tobago on the 29th of July. They then move to St. Kitts and Nevis in St. Kitts at the Warner Park Cricket Stadium on the 1st of August for the second T20, and on the 2nd of August, the 1st of August, the second T20 International, West Indies versus India. On the 2nd of August, so it's back-to-back, the third T20, I think all day-night encounters, also at the Warner Park Cricket Stadium, and then they will fly out to Fort Lauderdale in the United States of America for the 6th and 7th of August. So the action starts, Terry, and as we would say, just got to give you also Bangladesh tour. Bangladesh also will be touring the Caribbean. They'll be right here in Antigua and Barbuda. Just got to pull that up for you, Terry. Okay, sure. So we got the Bangladesh tour of the West Indies schedule, and we'll give you an idea. The Bangladesh tour of the West Indies, you know, they'll have a warm-up game right here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. They'll be playing 2 test matches, 3 T20s, and 3 ODIs. So the first test will start here on the 16th to the 20th of June 2022 at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. Let me just repeat that for you, Terry. The first test, June 16th to the 20th at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. The second test will be played at the Darren Sammy International Cricket Stadium in St. Lucia from the 24th to the 28th of June. Then the attention will be turned to the T20s. Return of international cricket to the Windsor Park in Dominica, July 2nd and July 3rd. Those matches will be on July 2nd and 3rd, the first and second T20. The third T20 will be played at Providence Stadium in Guyana, and then the final 3 ODIs. So the third T20 will be on the 6th of July. Then the ODIs will start on the 10th, 13th, and 16th of July. So a very packed summer of cricket. During that time, you're also going to have the women's tournament in Guyana. You also have the proposed under 19, under 15, the West Indies first ever under 19 coming up. A lot of cricket action, Terry.
Yeah, and New Zealand will follow Bangladesh and India as well. So
you got the Bangladesh, you got the New Zealand schedule?
No, that hasn't been.
I don't think they released those as yet.
No.
But I just wanted to be able to say, and I know if it's one person who will be listening, I haven't heard from him in a very, very, very long time. Name is Ed Lewis, and all of the folks who continue to listen to or follow West Indies cricket, Antigua cricket, local cricket all around the world. Ed Lewis, to you and your family in the United States of America, God bless you. My brother, you've been really a servant to West Indies cricket in a very big way. George Ferris, I know, would be tuned in and locked on. You also got Ulysses Lawrence, quite a bit of folks. John Maynard, I know he's a little bit late for you in England, but you'll be following this cricket. You got Mr. Singh also in St. Martin who will be viewing and paying attention. Terry Adams has just nudged me. We got folks all over. I know for sure Basil Morgan, he's glued to his television. He's the Right Honorable Basil Morgan, and all of the Basils in Montserrat, wherever you're listening to us. It's an exciting time. The rain is
Still coming.
It's getting away. It's getting a little clearer. You can see that. And we need the showers. We do certainly need the showers here in Antigua and Barbuda.
Just not at this time.
Terry, stop that. You give. I don't want, whether it's this time or not time. Because you're into cricket, you have to understand. Appreciate nature, Terry.
I
appreciate nature. Please.
Do.
No, you don't.
I commented on the grass.
You know what I mean. So once you appreciate nature, you know that we have to have rain, because without the farmers, they won't be able to make any money, and then we'll have a drought.
Yes, we will.
So we don't need a drought. We don't need a drought at this time. Folks, if you're wondering what's happening on Platinum FM 97.9, we are just waiting for the showers to blow away. Terry wants to chase away the showers. The umbrellas come down.
It's working.
Oh, it is?
Well, it looks so.
The umpires are just looking so that everything is okay. And anytime now, we'll see the standby umpire stepping out very quickly to give the clearance to the groundsman. That is going to be an all clear, ready to go. The spectators, they're glued in, they're packed in, and they had to run for cover to be able to just make sure that they've been able to stop the rain. And we look around and we see that everything seems to be clearing. The wind has just pushed that rain away. Out comes the standby umpire Bertil Baltimore. He looks across. Think anytime soon he'll walk out.
He's looking to the heavens.
Yeah, but he won't be able to look to the heavens right now. He has to go out and talk to the big man. Naim Young is also stepping out. I think everything is going to be clear right now. The God is going to smile with us. Anytime right now, the groundsman will be given the all clear. They are now taking off the covers, and thanks be to God, Terry Laraja looks like he's got his wish, and anytime now we'll be able to get some action going. And the rain has cleared here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. Good job, son.
Thank you, Vernon. But it is still drizzling a bit.
Nah, it's finished. It's done.
Well, they're not exactly moving those covers too quick, Vernon.
Yeah, they are. They're just maybe just putting everything. I think what he's doing is giving the clearance in terms of which side he's going to go. So they're going to go from east to west. There we go. We're raining ready to go.
Here we go.
I understand. I come up here, Terry. I visit up here. Here's where I come and cool down and look at those guys work. Trust me, they are excellent crew. Excellent. Their work ethic, their practice, even what you see them conducting there. This is a mastery. They come up here and they work hard. They practice this. They have their timers, and they know in terms of how they're going to be able to get it off and get it on in case of events. So they've got it. They've got everything sorted out. So the rain has stopped. And if you're wondering what's happening on Platinum FM 97.9, your sports station, and also on CSN. Yeah, on CSN. Got to be able to make sure the Community Sports Network channel. If you're looking on your television, CTV channel 8. Yes, it's the Cool and Smooth. Cool and Smooth. Think there will be any loss of overs, Terry?
I think there will be, but hopefully not too many. But I think
the only thing
they will, because they've been off good 20 minutes, 30 minutes now.
No, not 30 minutes. Come on, Terry. You're exaggerating.
No, but
about 20 minutes.
The time they...
You mean clearance?
Clearance and everything.
We should be all right. I don't think we'll have any loss of overs. We got all night. It's the final.
All right.
And it's a Cool and Smooth T20 explosion. Umpire Bertil Standby umpire Bertil Baltimore himself with a plate for Antigua and Barbuda, and also for the Liberta. Out comes the main umpires. So we're looking to get some action. They're maybe just gonna just check. They'll maybe have the rope. Maybe just go around the boundary to just make sure that everything is okay. One thing you can say about the Coolidge Cricket Grounds is that it drains nicely, and I think they'll be ready and ready to go anytime soon. Standby umpires today for the final: Leslie Reefer Jr. and Bernard Joseph. And once these guys are satisfied, the groundsmen have done an excellent job in getting the covers off. And anytime, I would say maybe in the next 10-15 minutes, we should be ready to go. Bertil Baltimore, I think now will be match referee Van Roy Burns also walking out. The calculators might be coming out soon. Terry thinks that there could be a reduction in overs. I don't want to see a reduction in overs.
No, hopefully there won't be, but I just have a sneaking suspicion, Vernon, just because of the time. By the time they actually get back out on the ground, they might lose a couple. I don't think they'll lose too much, but we shall see.
Here we go. Umpires having a discussion. I think they're just going to walk around some of the areas. They most likely will bring out the rope and maybe just comb the field, comb the outfield. Look at the areas that you maybe have some water. So they maybe got to calculate all of that in terms of the whole period. Excellent work here so far by the groundsmen. And one thing I can tell you, this ground drains nicely and
very, very well.
It is quick. When I tell you quick, the Coolidge Cricket Ground, the home of Cricket West Indies. So the groundsmen are coming back across, and no praise is too high for these guys. Terry, you've been following the IPL, Terry? Not as much as you would like.
No.
I've been pretty busy myself, Terry. Just to let you know that
I noticed that our guys have been doing all right.
Jason Hole has also been having
today.
Jason Hole has been having a good run himself too.
Yeah. And I saw that Andre Russell made some runs.
I think he took
some wickets today.
I think he got a 45.
Right, but unfortunately the team lost. But still.
Yeah.
And but Hetmeyer brought his team home with an unbeaten 30 odd off a few. Only about 16 balls or so.
Yeah.
So they've been doing that. They've been putting in, which is good to see. Alzari, of course, is with the Gujarat Titans, and they're on top of the table, or they were on top of the table until today, when I think Sunrisers took them over. Today. Speaking on top of the table, here's a man who's on top of the table. He's on top of the world this year.
Police is going to win everything. Yeah, they're going to win everything. Every single competition. Everything that they put their money on.
Said Derek.
Yeah, they're going to win everything. You don't need to worry about anything. We want to say good evening to the Commissioner of Police and all of his other aides. And the police are really... Thompson, how you can... You know, when you look at the work commitment of Mr. Thompson at the Police Sports Club, he's done such an excellent job. It's almost like a one-man army. But he really works hard in terms of what's happening. So let's see what's happening. The calculators have not come out yet. Van Roy Burns, the senior match referee, is here. I think they've asked also to maybe comb the field with the rope.
Yeah, so they need to do that because it was a pretty heavy couple of showers, so there will be some surface water.
We'll lose maybe about 3 overs then, according to what you're saying.
I think so. Yeah,
if that is okay.
It will have to be.
I might not even lose anything. It's now 9-10. I would just allow the game to play. Bertil Baltimore is trying. He's gonna go and get Raheem Cornwall, who most likely will be padded up, and I don't think they're gonna have any loss of overs. If they do, we'll have to get in contact with match referee Van Roy Burns to get a feedback in terms of what's been happening. Raheem Cornwall has been called out by the standby umpire, Bertil Baltimore, for this game. He's going to have a 30-second conversation with him. And he's saying to him, everything is going to be all right. We're going to start back play in about maybe 10 minutes time. No overs lost. Van Roy Burns goes over to Devon Thomas. He's going to have the same conversation. And then in about 3 minutes time, Jack Machi will find Van Roy Burns, or Van Roy Burns will find us. And he will give us an update in terms of what is going to be happening. So I think play will start in approximately 10 minutes. We don't know. If I know them, they would maybe want to get back out there very quickly. So we'll get the information.
It looks like once the rope goes around the ground a couple of times, especially around the center square, they'll be back out there because all the Bethesda boys are ready. And
so just before I skittle off here, let me just take some time out to salute the sponsors: Global Bank of Commerce, Antigua and Barbuda Festivals Commission, Cricket West Indies, Tropical Shipping, Hadid Motors, APUA INET, Antigua and Barbuda Port Authority, St. John's Development Corporation, Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority, Signs and Impressions, Antigua and Barbuda Cricket Association, Images Designs, Stonewall Reloaded, Kennedy's Club Limited, Supreme Security, and Pineapple Beach Club. Lots of sporting action coming to Antigua and Barbuda. You know, you got village netball taking place. You also have, Terry, there's going to be an international tournament coming to the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. That is slated for June. Might be June 9th. July 9th. That should be a big one. You got to pay attention and get some more information on that. Island Cup Open 2022. Van Roy Burns just moving across in front of us. We're trying to see if we can get his attention. But he is not bothering with us. Let me see if I can wave to him and get his attention. But he's certainly scurrying across. In the meantime, John Archibald, the head coach of the Caribbean Union Bank Bethesda team, is getting his squad out to get themselves organized. And I would think, from what we're seeing, anytime soon, we're making an assumption, but if we're following by the regulations, they should be back out in under, I would say, 5 minutes by the time they're finished already moving around and getting clean.
Yeah, it's just to get the surface water off, and then they will surely be back out, and that shouldn't take too long. And just to mention once again, the coverage is made possible by CNN Community Sports Network, a subsidiary of the Parish League, with studios located on High Street in St. John's. Live matches can be viewed on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and the CTV Channel 8, along with live studio shows. So follow the network for all your live local sporting action. And I don't think it will be too much longer, Vernon.
And we'll get some action. We should be expecting to see the umpires moving out. Liverpool dropping points to Spurs. That's going to be a headache.
Yes, well, thank you very much for bringing that up. But Brighton thumped Man United. Did you hear that?
Brilliant Brighton demolished dreadful Manchester United.
Dreadful. And all you United supporters never ever dreamt of the day that you'd hear Man United and dreadful in the one sentence.
Which team you back, Terry?
Liverpool.
Okay, all right. Let's turn our attention to track and field, and we we have Jamaica's Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce has run the fastest women's 100 meters so far this year with a victory in 10.67 seconds in Nairobi. Only 4 other women have run faster at this distance. The umpires are moving out, and as we rightly said to you, American Marion Jones 10.66, Carmelita Jeddah 10.64, fellow Jamaican Elaine Thompson Hero 10.54, and Florence Griffith Joyner 10.49. last month, Asher Smith. No, in fact, later this month, we're going to see a showdown between Diana Asher Smith and Thompson Hero. So that's going to be an exciting period of time. Things heating up.
And I believe Richardson didn't turn up again.
So
9:30 was it, Jack? 9:30. So another 10 minutes.
So if everything goes all right,
no
we should have a
overs.
9:30 start.
Yeah, but
Okay,
no
so-
overs.
So Jack has given us the all clearance. 9:30 start here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. That's in another 14 minutes time. And if you're wondering what's happening, it's the finals of the Cool and Smooth T20 action. And we have a situation here. Could be maybe earlier than 9:30 because the players are already out. The umpires are out.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I mean, why are they waiting another 10-15 minutes for?
I
Even
think-
the batsmen are warming up.
I think everybody just needs to be able to just get out there. So I think they're going to go one time.
It looks so.
9:20.
9:20 maybe.
Yeah, so maybe it might be 9:20.
What's up? How are you? Come and have a chat.
Set button.
Seth Burton. Come and have a chat, Seth. Come on.
Liberta is back. Liberta is playing. That's why Seth doesn't want to have a chat. We say good evening to our colleague.
Yes, that. Sorry, Vernon, but we were talking about the athletics. That Richardson girl, that Shakari Richardson, pulled out again.
But she has to pull out.
Of course, because
you
you,
think she
can't
wants to-
run when you're frightened. When you're shaking all over the place. You
She's
can't-
frightened.
Of course she's frightened.
This is the big league.
She's not in the same street as Shelly Ann and
Well,
Elaine Thompson.
she's
and
got.
them.
She's gonna find out sooner. She's gonna find
the
out
hard
sooner
way,
rather
the way
than
she's
later.
going.
Ah.
Making herself a lot of enemies, I believe.
No, she's all right, man. She'll be okay. I think I'm due for one more over, and after I get my one more over, I think it was supposed to be.
You've only been here 5 minutes. I've been here since ball one.
Oh gosh, that's what it is. Oh, I didn't even recognize that you've been here from since ball one. So, well, I think Zoel Bartley is supposed to be coming into the hot seat. We can give Terry a blinder and a cool off, so he can get him. Oh, Marley Richards is also here. So we got
Yeah,
lots
I
of
think
folks
Marley
here.
and Zorel, isn't it?
Well, it's supposed to be Nickel and Zoral.
Nickel and Zorel.
Yeah, so I don't know if Nickel is going to be around. So
Yeah.
we can get Zoral so Terry can get a breather.
I'll do one more over since we're here now.
No problem. So
Naeem Young's starting again.
So here we go. As Young is going to move in now,
Into Ward. Oh.
and Ward is just clipping this one beautifully. A slow delivery out to the square leg feeler. And Ward has been in good nick. He batted beautifully in the last game. Man of the match performance in the semi-final.
Excellent knock.
Is that Ward?
Unbeaten 70
Yes, it
not
is.
out.
Yeah,
it is
70.
Ward, yeah.
The 7 just had a stint in England last season. 55 for 2.
And just
Music.
to let our listeners know, no overs lost.
But I did tell you that, Terry. This is-
Well,
this is the
I just like to let them know that what would we do without you, Vernon?
This is the
You
cool and
see?
smooth.
And you're telling me, Jack, that this man to my left does not have inside information.
Naeem
How
Young
does he know these things?
comes in to bowl to Kareem Ago. He's back
What?
and cracking that down to the backward point boundary.
Shot.
1 bounce for 4. And Naeem Young guilty of just bowling a wide sit-up delivery. He looks around. He knows that was a badly lined delivery. In the meantime, the score goes up to 59 for 2. And Kareem Ago is on the go here. He's 34.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to be bowling deliveries short and wide like that to a batsman in this form as Gore is showing us tonight.
Naeem Young from the major centre in here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. In now to bowl to Kareem Ago down the onside. Just trying something different. Bernard Joseph gets out his long hands, as you would say. He's almost looking like a traffic cop. The only thing he's not doing is standing up. I think if you came into a cricket ground and you saw Bernard Joseph, you'd say he's got to be the fast bowler. He looks like a Joel Garner. Big guy, 60 for 2. Umpire Bernard Joseph. Young goes past him now. And Kimago is just turning this into the leg side area. Diving away. There's Kaniji. And he can't stop the single. Both batsmen cross. And the score goes up to 61 for 2. Quite period of play here.
quiet
middle overs.
period, but Bethesda need to switch back on as quickly as they can. It's not going to be easy. They got the towels out and the rags out to keep the ball as dry as possible. But they need wickets. They need to contain Liberta to a total that they have the belief they can chase.
Here is a wide delivery going past Terence Ward, and that sort of kind of died on him. So over number 8 finally comes to an end. 61 for 2, 61 for 2, and the action continues. With our scoreboard is still down. Jack, if you can find out what's happening with our scorecard, our link that was sent to us.
The link.
We can't be able to follow it. I don't know if somebody pulled out the plug or we have to get a new link or whatever. We've been pressing now for a long time.
And nothing's happening. Nobody home. But 61 for 2 after 8. Going just under 8. So Bethesda won't mind this. They can keep chipping away. But Gore is the key here for Liberta. He's on 35 and he's lit in exceptional touch.
Who's this now, Terry?
It looks like Kinjiki is going to come back.
Kinjiji.
From the northern end.
Kinjiji. Kaniji. Most likely sound like Kaniji would be.
Kaniji sounds better, but it's spelled Kinji. Anyway, Kenny's bowling from the from the northern end.
Here is a delivery which sort of kind of kept on him low. He was looking to try to slug sweep into the leg side. Kaniji, he's not bowled bad at all.
Hasn't. No.
Uses
even last night
good.
Was an excellent spell that got them back in the game.
61 for 2. Adjustment being made on the leg side and now putting in the mid wicket because most of the time Karimagor tends to go in that area. He's got a feel on the deep backward square leg boundary, the mid wicket and the long on. He's back and looking to punch that. Fernandez diving away right there. I wonder if he's injured. He's not moving.
Fernandez?
Yeah.
He didn't look too good last night. I think a couple of these Bethesda boys are carrying a few injuries.
Look at niggles, as you would say.
Yeah, which is not ideal when you're in a final.
61 for 2. Here we go. Comes in out to bowl to Karimagor. He's back and slapping that. Fernandez can't stop that. It's out to the sweeper. It's the lone police officer out there, Anthony Martin. In his A team and senior team. Anthony Martin. He's also a cricket commentator now too. Analyst.
And always gives 100%.
Always. 62 for 2. You might not like him, but trust me, plays with the passion. Past Fernandez. If I was Fernandez, I'd try the ball so when he skids